Hello everybody, this is Jeff and I am bringing you another arcade video. This one is about my Hyperspin-Mame Bartop that I built a couple years ago and has turned out really good. Well, what I did was I actually redid it completely, sanded it down and completely, I don't know, let's just say version 2 of it, but did a very cool theme on it. My friend Christian, I traded him for this Neo Gold right there. I haven't actually done a video of that, but I will here shortly. But we traded, and I got him what we're calling the InfinityCade. With a Thanos theme. He's a huge Marvel fan, and I won't talk about it too much. You'll get to see what I'm talking about here in a minute, but I just wanted to kind of introduce that video and show you what I did and how I kind of rearranged some things and really completed some things. And also just to note that Christian hooked me up with this very cool Pixels poster from the movie theater, and when I went to visit him, and that was a really cool gift, and I finally got it hanging on the wall here. I rearranged things in the arcade and ended up having a cool place to put it. I was kind of inspired after seeing the movie just a couple days ago. So anyway, I will stop rambling on about this and get you to the InfinityCade. Alright, here we are with the first looks at the version 2 of the Hyperspin-Mame cabinet. This is basically the original, and I've sanded it all down nicely and then painted it black. And I've now got just a few things going on here. So I thought I would start a little bit of showing you what's going on. Again, Christian is not going to know anything about any of this. It's going to be a big surprise for him. He knows a lot about it, but I'm not kind of giving him a whole lot of clues, and that's for fun. And I won't post this until after he gets it, so haha. But here's the control panel overlay. Got to cut all the holes out, but it's got a nice space look to it, and I think it will go very good with the buttons, the light up buttons, and the theme that we have going on here. And it's got a better monitor in here. It's got a ViewSonic monitor, and it's actually not a 19-inch, it's actually a 20-inch, so it'll be a little bit wider for maybe you can do artwork on the sides in your MAME games. And I'll show you some of that later, which is pretty cool. But I think that I think it turned out nice. Still got the door going on there, the keyboard door. Hopefully I'll be able to still fit a keyboard in there. But I'm going to start putting some more artwork on here. I went ahead and did my screws differently, and I did the control panel differently. This is more like my mini cocktails now. I like that better. And from the back here on the top, I should say, I've got some easy access from the top here. I had done it on the inside, but it was a real pain to try to get this stuff in and out. I think I went a little too deep on the sander on some of this, but I think it'll be okay for the most part. This is just the top, so it's not too bad. And then the power button is going to be here, so I'm going to complete and redo a lot of things that I didn't quite complete, things that I thought about changing. One of them is to have a real power button, and another is to go ahead and put the whole computer setup and everything in here without the computer box. And you will see I got it all laid out here. So it's actually running right here on this board. We got our motherboard with video card and a nice fan going on here. This was an HP Pavilion Slimline. It was top of the line a few years ago. and it's got a quad core, Windows 7, and another fan that I'm not sure. I guess I'll probably use. I just don't know where I'm going to put it. Got our power supply and our hard drive, and I got some nice speakers that I picked up from a coworker. These were actually motorcycle speakers for a Harley, so this little amp is what's going to run it, and this is a mono amp, but he can put a stereo amp in it later if he likes. I have one, but it takes soldering, and I don't really have time for that and the experience quite yet. But these sound pretty good. I put them up there inside. They're going to go up in here, but they sound pretty good. So, and this will go back in there for volume control. Now that I'm looking at it, I actually want to make sure that I don't really want a white one. I want a black one or a chrome one or something. So I'm going to see if I can find one of those in time. And well, here's the power button right there. So I got a switch all hooked up to it. But that's all the pieces and parts for the most part, other than the buttons and the things that drive that. And I just got it running on this other monitor over here, which is actually pretty nice, but it's a little bit narrow this way, so it makes for pretty small in some of the vertical games. But that is what I got going on so far, and I will keep you updated as I get things going. And I will talk to you later. Alright guys, thought I'd give you an update here before I start finishing up the cabinet, the redo of the cabinet. I have got the artwork on here, and really happy with the artwork. This is the control panel overlay, and this is have the holes cut out here. Basically you just put this overlay on and then cut the holes out because the holes were already drilled. And then start putting buttons in, and this is what I'm going to do tonight, is completely do this whole thing here, which is actually a lot because there's a lot of buttons. And you will see the cool lights that I hopefully have figured out, because I am on a time crunch here to get this thing ready for Christian, my buddy. And there is the marquee. I thought it was a sticky back marquee. I don't know why I thought that, but it is not. So I just sandwiched it in between two pieces of Lexon plexiglass. And this doesn't have real bright colors because we're going with a comic book theme here, and these are comic book pictures, right? So you got these are all blended together with comic book pictures. These are from old covers of the Infinity Gauntlet with Thanos here. And even this side one, which I'm not getting a very good view of it, right? The same thing on both sides, but it's really, really cool. Try to brighten it up a little bit, and I'll show you more later. But it turned out nice. We could have actually gotten it a little bit bigger. Me and my artwork guy were going back and forth on how big he could be without the hands down here running into this button, and he could have been a little bigger, but I still think it looks really cool. And these colors are actually pretty good. And then let's see, and then on the top over here, which I'm gonna redo because I'm not happy with these scratches. I got too deep with the sander, and it's just so obvious on this particular one, and it won't take me too much time when I finish the back, because I have to do the back. It won't take me too much time to redo this one. And then I'm just have this light, pretty good LED light here. But I also had ordered these, which I was not happy with. But with the combination of those LEDs and these LEDs running off of a 12 volt off the motherboard down there, it brightens it up pretty nice. And you can see here, I've got speakers. Got my speakers in here. I've got the amp. I'm going to encourage Christian to get a bigger amp. I may actually give him the amp that I have in there that's for soldering, and see if he wants to take that, or maybe have somebody else do it, because it's a stereo amp. And I think that it'll liven these up even better and give him stereo. But when it's all closed up, it works pretty good. Got this button wired here, and it will end up here, I think. I may change some things around. This over here is goes through the sound. Okay, so it comes out of the motherboard down here. Okay, and then it comes all the way up, and it turns into this splitter here. And then I have these running in, and I'm actually going to get a better splitter here, because I don't like these wires, are too small and frail, and I think I'll get a better connection with a better splitter. And then it goes in, and then there's actually volume control here as well, but he can't reach this one. So before it goes into here, it actually goes through this, which, if you saw my other ones, is the volume control out here. And I'm actually going to try to find a cooler button, either black or chrome and black or something. I think it'll match better. I'll try to look for that tomorrow when I get this. And let's see, that's everything up here. You do see these little things. These are the antennas for the Wi-Fi, because it actually had Wi-Fi in here. So I'll show you what I got down there. So that's the motherboard. So I pulled everything out. Got the motherboard mounted here. Of course, the video. Plugged everything back in. I used a lot of double-sided tape. This really great 3M stuff that the carpet people use. Industrial double-sided tape, which should last for forever. And power supply. Let's see. Hard drive is here. That's the Wi-Fi device. I just went ahead and pulled it out, stuck it there, and then ran the antennas up here, and works really nice. And this was a multimedia card, so this actually gives him SD card. This powers off of here, and here is a headphone jack, and still have two more USB, which is actually the most important piece. And but I'm going to have something where he can access it from the outside. I'm going to use a USB hub, which I don't have on me at the moment. It's upstairs, but I'll show you that piece later. Let's see, there's my power strip, and I think I may do something different. I don't know how I'm going to do it, because my lights are going to stay on, running straight off of that, even when I turn my computer off and on. So I need a sort of a main power switch. Probably, I don't know how I'm going to do it. I may have to run it up here and put another switch up here. Let me show you what I have. I turned it in backwards. Hold on, guys. Yeah, this should work, right? I can mount this, but the problem is, then the power cord's coming off the top, which I don't want. I could do it off the back, but I'm going to have the back removable, so I don't want to do that. And I could put it off the side, but I don't want to mess up the artwork. So I may just tell him, okay, this is a power strip, but run this to another one and turn it off and on that way. Maybe just be the easiest. That's what I did. As a matter of fact, I didn't even have a power button for the computer when it was in here, because I'd never taken all this out of the computer. Actually, I just turned off the power strip, and killed Windows the hard way, but I had it set up in the BIOS to boot back up, and it worked pretty good. Anyway, that's that, and of course I have the ViewSonic in here, mounted. I think it's a 20-inch, so a little wider. I measured it, I just don't remember. And I've got to do the bezel and get that sorted out. And that's about it for now. So until next time, I'll show you everything kind of lit up and much more together, and I will be back. All right, I want to give you an update on the control panel before it gets too cluttered, so that you can see these buttons. These are Groovy Game Gear buttons. There's a lot of fancy names for them. I will tell you more about them later when I remember all the names for these special buttons. And these are all light up buttons, and these are RGB lights in here. Each button has its own red, green, and blue coming from it, and I am going to attempt, I think what I'm going to end up using is the LED Blinky software to colorize and animate and whatever these buttons. I'm going to try to make it as simple as possible right now, but my man Christian will be able to do a lot of fun, cool stuff with this, according to the software. And this is the InfinityCade control board, and here is the wiring harness. I've done my own labels for these. These will all end up going into at least 2 of these, and these are actually called LED Whiz hardware. And then this is the USB, and here is a power and a ground right there, and here's some power banks, and there are 32 outputs, 32 outputs on this board. Let's see if you can see that, but also got these from Groovy Game Gear. And I'm not sure power-wise and how many, but I got 3 of them, and I think I'm going to end up using 2, but we'll have to see. That is my update for now, and I'm going to go ahead and put these on. I'm going to put the joysticks in, and then I will come back and show you that when it's finished. Okay, here is the finished product. I'm about to go put it in and test it. And I am crossing my fingers that it'll all work just perfectly the first time. I know I need to program one button differently than it is. That's the old harness there. I'll probably actually, I don't know, I might hook that back up over here, but then again I use this for JAMA testing, but who knows. But this is the next updated board for the InfinityCade. And then here's all the wires and stuff going off of it, and they labeled them this time, which is great. I've got these 2 here that I hope are going to reach for the pinball right, and these 2 here for the pinball left, actually, when I get them over there. But I think things are looking good. And here's your mode select. You've got a default, and then you can have different modes. And this is sort of the on and off switch, so I just put a little, I had a button in here before, but it hung down, and so I tried to just put a little switch in there. We'll just see if that works. And just cinched a few little zip ties on there to make it nice and neat. So I'll take it over there, and we will see what happens. Oh, and then these 2 are where this piece goes in. I'll show you real quick. This is the piece. These 2 go in, and then you basically got a serial cable, and the serial cable extender that comes with it goes over here. Gonna give you a lot of length, and you got serial and USB, and then I'll just plug in the USB, and everything will come over this. So I will be back in a moment. Okay, I gotta make this quick because I am out of here and headed to my buddy Christian's house, but she is complete. I'm about to load her up. I can probably I'm going to try to do a little video when I'm there and show you some things to include in this. But here it is in the dark with these very cool buttons. The RGB ones were really challenging, and I just sort of have them hooked up simply, and they're very frail, these little cables, but end up just using some different ones here. Everything is working good. Marquee is looking pretty good up there, and some lights on the side, and I'll show you here in the better look, but just wanted to show you in the dark kind of what it looks like. And I will be back in a minute. Alright, here's a quick look in the kind of light that it will never see, but just so that you can see the fingerprints that I have to clean off. But there she is, the Thanos artwork. Turned out really awesome. I love that side art. Amazing when I worked with my artwork guy, what he could do with the pictures that we got. You can see the marquee there. A bit of a glare. See if I don't think I can get around that glare. Right, but you'll be able to see that when it's lit. And the control panel. As you can see, these are just white, and then they light up with and it's got a nice space control panel overlay, and of course the Infinity Gauntlet. And then you have to use two hands to do this because the magnets are so strong. Hold on a second. Okay. And then I can kind of just fit a keyboard and a mouse in there, tucked away. Lots and lots and lots of wires. Way too many wires. Bezel looks good. Never got anything but that white one. I'm hoping he can maybe find a black one or chrome one or something. That would look cool. And then here's the back. And then here's the power button. Although the lights stay on, so we'll have to just hook up this power strip kind of coming out. He can hook it into another power strip and he can turn it off and on that way. And then I have some USB ports right there for the arcade guns and whatnot. And I put a nice vent in there, and we'll take it open and show you some more of the details later on, but I got to fly. See ya. All right, here we go, guys. We got the Hyperspin cabinet, Christian's new toy, and we are playing what I found out to be probably his favorite game. And that is his game.
Yeah.
He loves it.
Absolutely phenomenal. We've got the Infinity Gauntlet / Thanos theme. A huge Marvel fan. But now I'm an even bigger Jeff fan for creating this masterpiece. Words, I feel like the movie Contact, where I said that I should have sent a poet. No words. I'm beyond ecstatic for this setup. Yeah, I'll just stop rambling now, and I'm going to play some more games. Thanks, Jeff.
Yeah, it's turned out really good. This is a nice view of it here in the dark. The buttons turned out good. They were a bit challenging. These are the RGB type buttons. We put through some other buttons in there. As you can see, I know I've done a little bit of video as I was building it, but we'll show you back into it. Sorry guys, I had a phone call at the same time and it cut me off. But again, here's the artwork, the Infinity Gauntlet on the door, and I had to do the door here, which it takes two hands to open it. It's a little bit tricky, but that'll keep the kids out.
You don't want little ones.
Yeah, and then we got the keyboard, because it's with Hyperspin-Mame, you tend to have that keyboard handy.
Oh yeah.
When things happen. But again, there's the marquee. Turned out nicely. Basically, Christian and I picked out some artwork off the internet, and my artwork guy did an amazing job. This is one picture here. This is one picture, and then this is actually a piece of a picture. And I told him what I wanted, and he kind of spliced it all together and made it look nice. And then the best side art is over here on this side. And again, I think I showed you this earlier, so in the light, but the Thanos on the side is just amazing. And we're gonna pull it open. I'm gonna show him a few things on the inside, and then I'll do a little bit of video of that and a quick this is that and this is that type of thing here later. But we're gonna go ahead and play a couple more games. And,
turn that off. We've got to play.
There we go. He's ready to play. So I'll see you guys later. All right, guys, I hope you enjoyed that and got something out of it. It was really a lot of fun hanging with Christian, and I worked pretty hard getting that thing fixed up, and I did get a little bit of an abrupt ending to the videos. We didn't really get to a whole lot more videos because we had attended an exhibition up there for arcades and played some things and just hung out, and it was a lot of fun. And I will say this about that thing. I've talked to him. It's been a couple months ago that we did this, but I can't believe it's been a couple months. But he's already said there's some lights out, and I was a little worried about that. And those lights that I used, I have some other lights, but those RGB lights I got with the thin ribbon cables that you saw in the video are just so fragile. I really don't like them, and I won't use them again just for that reason. I mean, they work really well, but you just can't move them around. They just seem to break so quickly. But anyway, that just gives me another reason to head up to his house at some point and you know, do some repair work and who knows what else. But hope you enjoy this, Christian, and I hope everybody else enjoys seeing what we did, and I will talk to you guys the next time. Bye.